Good, beautiful morning. It's Monday, May the 30th, 2022. I want to welcome you to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. And today I have with me the energy of Master Saint-Germain, and the subject is called Learning the Necessary. And I'm very excited about this because this is a time of ascension. This is a time of higher evolution, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. If you're new to the channel and you like the content you hear today, please remember to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell so you know when we come live each time. Learning the necessary. When I was asking him about what is really necessary to learn, he said it's the fundamental things that everyone should know about who you are and what you use to express who you are. It's important you learn to make a distinction between your mind and your body and your awareness. At a fundamental level, this is absolutely necessary to understand your mind and your body and who you are. This is absolutely necessary in order for you to begin a process of understanding and comprehending your role in creation. Many of you do not understand these elements and have found yourself lost in conditions that are not favorable to your planet and to the species. Please understand, not knowing that the body is an instrument through which you express creation, that your mind and your emotions are the mechanisms for activating that process of creation through your physical body. A great number of you, in large part, are remaining subjective to the idea that you are a body, and you find yourself procreating unnecessarily, consuming unnecessarily, based on the platform of the body's perception of reality and what it needs fundamentally from its perspective. And you have found yourself now subjective to it. And in that subjectivity to the body, you find yourself lost in consumerism as a phenomena globally. You're basically eating the planet and your lives to death, if I could say it so bluntly, that you have not recognized that the necessary things you must understand is that your body is an instrument to be used by you, not something for you to be subjective to. Your subjectivity to the body loans itself to all of the social problems you currently experience. When you come to recognize that the body is an instrument for expressing creation through, and not simply for the benefit of experiencing the pleasures of its own senses, you move into a position of creation that's far more favorable to long-term thriving than short-term survival, which is what humanity has been existing on for tens of thousands of years, more on survival than thriving. And the small number of you that understand how to thrive and create for the joy of creation is what life is truly about, not the joy of experiencing the pleasure of the senses exclusively. That is a beautiful thing too, but when that happens at the expense of the well-being of yourself and others, how many of you, for example, are having children that you do not care about? How many of you are fighting over things that are really not that important? Understanding that your body is an instrument designed to be made subservient to your creative process and not something to govern you through your life. You are meant to govern it. That your mind and your emotions are the tools that are designed to govern the body. And yet, many of you remain subjective to it. You like this taste and you like that smell, and you get lost in the senses of it, and you've lost all sense of what is actually right in the process of creating. It is necessary that you understand what I'm saying if you are to survive for an extended period as a species and even as individuals, that your body is an instrument through which you express creation. That your mind and your thoughts are the mechanisms that you use to articulate that expression of creation. It can be very easy to get lost in it if you do not understand what is being said here. That something tastes good and you think that taste is more real than what you are. And you are simply experiencing what the body is feeding back to you as information from the environment. Are you willing? Are you willing to learn what is necessary? To surrender your subjectivity to the body, to make it a servant to you rather than the master to you. This is necessary. What you have witnessed in these last 200 years on this planet is where people have rampantly become subjective to the conditions of matter rather than the conditions of matter being subjective to the individual. And there is a correction being made as a result of this. It has to happen. It is not sustainable to pretend you're something you are not, to pretend that that body that you exist in is the sole means of your sense of who you are. It is an instrument through which you express, as it is an instrument right now through which I express these words through to you for your ears to hear, for your eyes to see. But it is not who I am. It is merely an instrument that I utilize in the function of creation. Likewise, your thoughts and your emotions serve the same function over the body, in that your thoughts and emotions will direct it. In fact, your body was designed to be subservient to you. It was not designed to command and rule you. You were designed to command and rule it. When this new manifestation of civilization was brought into being, it was with the understanding that the dominant expression of love would be of greater importance to execute than anything else, and that individuals would be left free to create according to their will, to create whatever they would choose. And what has occurred is a great explosion in creative articulation and expression, but simultaneously, a great mismanagement has also occurred in that how you are able to maintain and manage your body. As equally as creativity has flourished upon this planet, so too has a misunderstanding of the use of the body. And you find yourselves now subjugated to its will. Consumerism being the most obvious effect of that. That consumerism is clearly a place where the senses of your body seem to dominate your logic and reason to such an extent that you would destroy and harm the very life of this planet, searing its lungs and poisoning its fluids without concern, because you're so caught up in the sensation of your own being that you cannot care to look beyond it. And so this experiment is coming to a conclusion. And it is important you understand that there is time. Still there is time to make corrections. If you are able to understand that you are not meant to be subjective to your body, it is meant to be subjective to you. Because it wants to taste, or it wants to smell, or it wants to touch, does not mean that that should solely determine whether or not you should act or not act. Reason and thought, these are necessary. Sensation is of the body. Reason is of your soul. And through reason, you can articulate whether something is good or not. Through reason, you can articulate whether you have enough in your life to sustain a family or a home. Reason dictates what is possible. what is practical, what is right, and not simply subjugation to the senses. Now, that does not mean that subjugation of the senses, that the experience of the senses cannot be delightful and wondrous and beautiful and divine even. But when it does so at the expense of life itself, then it serves no good for any involved in that process. The great forests, the great world keepers, those that were charged with living as human emissaries from the divine to take care of this world, suffer greatly under the ignorance of consumerism and the strong, uncontrolled desire to experience what you call pleasure at the expense of all good reason. There is still time to make the corrections that are necessary. Consider, are you willing to surrender certain things, certain pleasures, to fulfill a higher function of your life? If that is the case, then you will find yourself surviving the existing transformations that are happening. For those that cannot surrender their subjectivity to matter will be transformed by it. And those who can rise above their baser needs and urges will find themselves being part of a new creative paradigm, a new world, if you like, that is unfolding as a result of higher reason, not simply the demands of the flesh. It is necessary that you understand that thought and emotion govern matter. Matter was never meant to govern thought and emotion. If you understand this simple truth, then I would encourage you to explore what is your thought, what is your reason, what are these avenues of expression that you have available to you that do not require subjugation to the body. Rather, the body is subjugated to them. What is required for you to learn, to think, to know, to reason, to understand? What is required for you to surrender your subjectivity? The world and matter will loan itself to whatever means you would choose to apply your thought towards, whatever outcome that would produce. Matter will surrender to it regardless. The great forests will fall simply because you desire it. It is the law. But you do not have to function that fashion if you choose not to. As the great waters of the oceans become filled with the destructive elements that you're producing, again, for the satisfaction of your own individual senses, at what point will you begin to awaken to what is right? What reason is good then? That which does no harm tends to be of more sound reason than that which produces suffering. There are many among you that will survive through this difficult time, that have understood what is unfolding, that your own creative capacity to alter and change the conditions of your thinking, the conditions of your emotion, and therefore the conditions of your creative expression through your medium of the body. For those of you that understand that it is necessary that you orchestrate thought and emotion more effectively over matter, for those of you, you will survive, you will thrive, you will live into a very joyous new world that is unfolding before your very eyes. You're witnessing it right now. And do you honor life? Do you honor all life with good reason? It is easy to get deeply into the metaphysical niceties of consciousness and the divine and the ascended and many of others that are of like mind. It is easy to go into those realms, but it is more practical to go into the realm of what is right for you individually, to learn to use your thoughts and your emotions in a more effective manner over your physical world. You will be evolving technologies, of course. At least some of you will get to experience these technologies where you will be able to literally transform matter from one state into another in a less crude fashion than you currently do, where you can literally manifest trees that weren't there, and you can do these things when those technologies arrive. But until such a time, it is important you understand that you still must learn to master your baser needs. The secrets of the masters is available to all of you. They will not be denied to anyone who asks or seeks them. But it is necessary that you understand the fundamentals of what you must know in terms of how you employ your thought, your reason, and your emotion in your creative expression. To no longer remain subjective to your body as the sole locus from where you gain knowledge and wisdom. That knowledge and wisdom is available to all of you, should you choose to look inward, choose to ask, be open to receiving. What is right for you to do or not right for you to do, if it is not known to you, it is known to another that is with you. Those that stand around you waiting to hear your words, give us a call, ask us, we will answer. You can ask, is this right for me to do? You will hear our voice, no, this is not right to do. And many of you hear this and ignore us. You say, I want to eat this thing. And we say, no, no, no. And you hear us say, no, no, no. And you say, no, no, I should not do that. But you do it anyway. We are always with you, always answering you, always responding to you for your highest and best. But you have free will. And with that, you have freedom to suffer or to thrive. And in that, we cannot interfere. We cannot interfere in that. So it is necessary you understand that. It is necessary that you realize that your thoughts and emotions are under your governance, and that your body is under the governance of your thoughts and emotions. Your world will yield itself to your thoughts, your emotions, and how you employ them in creation. You see it before your own eyes. Look around you in your world. You see the world simply saying, take what you will. It is yours. It will surrender itself to you. Matter is designed to comply with your thoughts and emotions. It is designed this way for a very good reason, so that you understand your role in creation. And you, as awareness, can sit as a guardian over the temple of thought and emotion and decide and choose consciously what will best serve your life and the life of the world around you. What will best serve this? It can be very easy to go into the niceties of meditation and contemplation and pulling your attention away from the responsibilities of what you think and what you feel. But ultimately, you must decide what thoughts you will think, and are they useful to you? What emotions will you choose to indulge in? Are they useful to you? You must come to that place in your consciousness where it is necessary for you to be aware as the creator of what you shall think and what you shall feel, and therefore what will be done. For as thy will wills, it is done. What you choose to think and feel, it shall be done for you. That is the law. And there will be effect and consequence. But you must awaken to that. This is probably one of the most somber and intense energies I've felt from Master Saint-Germain. There is a real strong urgency for us to wake up, to know that we are creators. We're not just meat sacks. We're not just an uncontrollable collage of emotions and thoughts. We are a divine awareness, an entity that's come into flesh that can use the invisible realm of thought, the energy of emotion, to create manifestations in our experience of time space. And they keep saying this must be learned and understood. This must be taught everywhere, that you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your emotions. They are creative instruments that you are given to learn to use in the act of creation. Don't waste any more time trying to figure things out in the world right now. Focus on learning to control your own thoughts and your own emotions and your own actions. Turn your body back into a divine instrument. Turn your mind into an immaculate chamber of exquisite, rich, beautiful, wonderful thought. Cultivate emotions of love and joy and curiosity and excitement. Cultivate these. We have to learn to do this. They keep saying humans have to learn to create. And this is not the first time, they keep saying this over and over me. We've gone through 12 significant major civilizations of humanity that have risen up and collapsed and risen up and collapsed, repeating the same thing over and over again, like a baby learning to walk. And maybe this time we can get it. Maybe this time we can learn this valuable step. Yes, I get it. Anyway, let's go into some questions here. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Kira. Hi, Vertical. Question from Vertical. Unbeknownst and undisclosed to us, we moved into a home of former heavy smokers. Is the residue of nicotine of any harm at all during a 1-year stay? I'm being told the first words that popped in my head as I was reading your question, they told me to tell you, use trisodium phosphate on the walls to pull the nicotine out. Trisodium phosphate, a light solution to pull the nicotine out. Yes, but there's no significant harm that will come to you from this space. You shall be, yes, they're saying bring in the living creatures, the plants, bring in some living plants to help keep your air, because they help purify air. They love carbon dioxide, plants. Plants love carbon dioxide. Great question. Thank you, Vertical. Question from Sophia. Hi, Sophia. I'm recovering from the virus. Is there any meaning for me from this experience? Much love. Well, for all of you, if you understand the nature of what you are and your thoughts and your actions are in alignment with the frequency of who you are, and you embody that, then there need be no concern of any such thing affecting you. As to the simple truth behind it, if you are of good vibration and good health, and you honor and maintain the conditions of your body as an instrument that is divine, then you'll never have to have that experience again. But know this, that you only experience these conditions when your energy level is below a certain frequency. When your vibrational state is lower, you will experience those things. Keep it high. Fresh, pure water, beautiful, living food, wonderful air and sunshine, physical activity and play. How many of you play? How many of you play with your bodies and go out and have fun with them? How many of you do this? But there's no real meaning other than to say that your vibration was allowed to go a little low, and now it has come back up. And so what you have called that thing is now past, and you are now in a different vibrational state. Continue to raise your vibrational energy up, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Raise it up. Rise yourself up. Lift up. Lift up. Great question, Sophia. Hi, Caitlin. A question from Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Yesterday, I wanted an ex-colleague of mine. I visited an ex-colleague of mine. We had a strong heart bond. She is expecting a baby, and due date is on my birthday. Was this intended as a soul level by any chance? Always. I'm told to tell you always. You must understand that in the realm of creation, whether you are aware of your creating effects or not, there are no coincidences. In the realm of creation, all is happening because of that process, whether you are aware of it or not. Even those events that you call displeasing in your life are of a specific order. There are no coincidences for any of you in any of your experiences. That is why we constantly say, please ensure that your mind is a good mind, that it has thoughts and ideas and information that will serve you well, and make certain that your body too is in alignment with that. Make certain of these things. Yeah, no coincidences there. Great question, Sandra. Hi, Caitlin. Question from Caitlin. I'm having sore and itchy dry skin at the moment. What has caused this? Most itchy is in the evenings. This is something that's happening with a lot of people. And one of the things they told me, because it's come through a few times, increase the amount of natural, healthy oils for your body, like olive oil, avocado oil, natural oils for your body that are good for you. And also water. They're saying increase the water intake too. Bring your water intake up, but increase the oils as well as that. A lot of people getting that itchy skin. Hi, Diane. Question from Jill. Hi, Jill. Please, is it in my greatest good to move to Texas? Wow, I got an immediate yes for that. Just like this, like somebody just, you know those cartoon clouds? Those cartoon clouds? It was like that big yes inside a cartoon cloud. That's what I got for you. Just a big yes. Wow, really cool. I like when that happens. Hello, Sachet. What is the meaning of the high-pitched noises I keep hearing? That's something I've been getting a lot lately too. There are various reasons for it. If you get caught just on the sound, because a lot of people do this. In our Mediumship 101 masterclass, we teach people how to tune into the frequency of vibrations. And those high-pitched sounds, a lot of people get caught on the physical sensation of the sound. So you hear the ringing in your ooh, or whatever the sound is for you, and you're listening to the sound of the ringing rather than trying to go beyond or into the sound to interpret what is the information in the sound. Try that. Next time you get one of those ringing sounds in your ear, go to what the information is, not the sensation. A lot of people use their body as the exclusive means of trying to figure things out. Your body is an animal body. It's not who you are. Anyway, if you want to know more about how to do that, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and sign up for our Mediumship 101 Masterclass, which starts June the 8th. July the 8th. Daniela, is the wee awake moments before sleeping, in the wee wake moments before sleeping, I asked Hermes Trismegistus to come to me, and he did appear to. I clearly could see his face. Is this wee moment before or after sleeping a stargate? Yes, you can call them that. The minute you can move your awareness to any localized point of consciousness without being aware of your body, you're literally just aware of a different point of time and space. You are a stargate. You are a stargate. Souls are stargates. You could also say your pineal gland is a stargate. You can activate different dimensions of consciousness through your soul too. Oh, you're welcome, Sandra. Yes, I will. Question from Drusilla. Will we be assisted in waking up by a solar download of energy? It's very important that we break out of this matrix. The program is strong. Yes, it is. There is right now, there's so much energy coming in from the galactic center and the solar center and many other places. I highly encourage anybody who's into meditation, and even if you're not into meditation, sit down and let your energy connect to the sun and just be open to receiving whatever the energy is from it. Like literally just be there, be open and receiving, because there's information. Information is communicated through energy. Like the flowers emit colors, and bees and flies will be attracted by those colors. Flowers emit scents, and animals are attracted. It's information. Everything that you can perceive with your senses contains information. Everything you can perceive with your awareness contains information. You want to be understanding of that and connect to that information. Like really try connecting to that information. Wonderful. Just going back down here. Oh, you're very welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. SJK, any guidance for me? A song comes to my mind right away for you. Slow down, you move too fast. Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the feeling last, so slow down. Like, slow down. Whoever this is one of your guardian angels, but they're saying that. Just tell her to slow down. Slow down. Great. Okay, guys, let's move on. I think that's it for today. So this Wednesday, I hope you're going to join me this Wednesday on June the 1st. Real self-intimacy, body, mind, emotions, and soul. And it's going to be with Mother Mary. Mother Mary, it'll be this Wednesday on real self-intimacy. I'm excited about that because she's never come through on one of these shows that I can recall. So it's going to be very exciting. So I hope you'll join us on Wednesday. On this Friday, we have Soul Awakenings Now with the Divine Collective. And from my understanding, what they've told me is this is literally about the souls that are awakening now on the planet. Like all of us that are awakening, all the people that are asleep that are awakening, and what that's about, what that entails, and what that's going to mean for human collective unconsciousness that's happening. So I hope you'll join us on Friday as well. If you want to support this channel, you can do so through my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. You can also use the super chat feature. Thank you for that super chat, Priscilla. And you can also use the super thanks in the comment section if you're writing a comment underneath the video at any time. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Again, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, give the video a thumbs up, share this information with other people. It's so important that people wake up now. We did not come here to be just bodies. We came here to be divine entities, learning about creation, not locusts consuming a planet. Okay. Thank you. Everybody, I want to wish you a wonderful, joyful day. Thank you so much for coming out today. And thank you to all my patrons for your support. It really helps keep things operating the way we are doing it right now. So thank you so much. I want to wish you all much love. Have yourself a wonderful day. Enjoy the beautiful sunshine or the rain, even if it's raining. Enjoy the day. You're never going to have another day like this. There's only one day like this ever again. I want to thank Master Saint-Germain for being present with us, and wishing you all much love and joy for this coming day. Bye for now.